Okay, we're going to have a look at transformation matrices and how you can come up with the transformation matrix for different transformations. So what we can do is we consider these 2 points 1, 0 and 0, 1. And here it is on a little axis here. Now 1, 0 here and 0, 1 here. In other words, x1, y0, x0, y1. And we consider the one on the x-axis there, 1, 0. Notice in the matrix, it's in vertical alignment there. Consider that one first, and then we just see what happens with this little square here under, for example, a rotation of 90 degrees clockwise. So if we have a look at that, what's really happening is the 1, 0 under that 90 degree rotation will sort of head around that way, 90 degrees, and end up over here. And the 0, 1 will head around this way and actually end up on that same point there. So you end up with a little square that looks like this. And what you can see that the 1, 0 has actually transformed to this point here, which is 0, -1. So we put that in our transformation matrix, 0, -1. And the 0, 1, this one here, has transformed across to 1, 0. So this matrix here is the matrix that transforms any point on the xy plane through a rotation of 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, so we can go on and do perhaps another one here. Let's have a look at a reflection about the x-axis. So it's pretty easy. This time we're reflecting about the x-axis. So in this case here, 1, 0 will stay exactly where it is, and 0, 1 will reflect down to this point here. And we get the same square as before, same square, except that in this case here, it's the 0, 1 that's reflected down to this position here. So we look at our transformation matrix. The 1, 0 is transforming to itself, and the 0, 1 has transformed down here to 0, -1. There's our transformation matrix. This matrix will transform any point on the xy plane through a reflection about the x-axis. You can even do things a little bit trickier if you want. Let's have a look at maybe a shear. Let's do a shear in the maybe y direction. Scale factor 2. Okay, so let's do this one. Same again, we start off with our 1, 0 as the first point, and 0, 1, and we have a look to see what this little square does under this particular transformation, shear in the y direction. So in the y direction, first of all, we're starting off with our 1, 0, because that's 1 unit from the y-axis. There we go. It gets transformed translated 2 units in the y direction. So this point here ends up over here. The 0, 1 here, that's 0 units from the y-axis, so that remains where it is, as does this point here. If we're going up to this point here, 1, 1, that'll get translated 2 units in this direction to end up over there. We'll end up with our transform shape going through a shear in the y direction, scale factor 2, that looks like that. And in this case here, in terms of our transformation matrix, we can see that 1, 0 is being transformed up here to 1, 2. X is 1, y is 2, and 0, 1 stays as it is. And there's our transformation matrix that will transform any point in the xy plane through this transformation.